What happens when some of the most iconic armies in human history are dropped, one after another, into a controlled battle scenario against a fully modern U.S. military base? Same terrain, same defenders, no handicaps. And no, we're not including every army ever created. That video would be longer than a Netflix series. So I chose 5 legendary forces, each representing a different era, strategy, and philosophy of war. Their opponent? Fort Campbell, Kentucky, home of the 101st Airborne Division. Over 25,000 personnel, helicopters, drones, radar systems, layered defenses, and enough firepower to defend a small nation. Each ancient or historical army gets its own clean attempt. No damage carries over. No defender losses stack up. And remember, this is a hypothetical, sandbox-style scenario, not a hyper-realistic simulation. There are endless ways this could play out. This is simply the version that creates the most fun, chaotic, high-energy comparison. Let's see who gets close, and who disappears before touching the fence. Wave 1. The Spartans forget the Hollywood version. This time it's 3,000 hardened Spartan warriors advancing in disciplined formations. No cavalry. No archers. Just bronze armor, shields, spears, swords, and iron discipline. They step out of the tree line at dawn, shields darkened with mud to reduce shine, but that doesn't matter. Thermal cameras instantly detect a large heat signature moving together. A CRAM turret swivels manually toward them. With a single burst, thousands of 20mm rounds rip through the formation. Over 70 Spartans fall, but their lines hold. M240 machine guns light up from guard towers. Then the heavy hitters, the .50 caliber M2 Brownings, start firing. Shields crack. Spears snap. Formations buckle. Still, some Spartans sprint through the smoke and manage to reach the outer wire, about 400 of them. They hit the razor coils, get stuck, and are quickly overwhelmed by sustained fire. A few try throwing spears. One actually reaches a vehicle tire before he's cut down instantly. Could the Spartans break through? Maybe, if the base had no sensors, no guns, and no one awake. Courage gets you to the fence, not through 4,500 rounds per minute. Wave 2, the Roman Legion this time, it's not just infantry. A full 5,200-man Roman legion appears a kilometer from the perimeter, bringing tower shield siege tools, short swords, 60 scorpions, light catapults. Their scouts crawl forward, low and careful, but ground radar picks up movement instantly. Thermal optics spot the rest. 120mm mortars open up. The first airburst explodes above their siege crews. Shields vanish, catapult teams fall, and the artillery never fires a single meaningful shot. Romans attempt smoke screens using green wood, but modern sensors see through it easily. At sunrise, 3 tight testudo formations crawl toward the wire, inch by inch. They almost reach it. Then the .50 calories start firing. 19 Malawian Quachas grenade launchers follow. Each 40mm grenade pops and scatters troops. About 100 Romans reach the fence. One group uses a fallen cart to push through razor wire and manages to breach a storage shed. Then an Apache helicopter rises from behind the base. A single 30mm burst ends the push. The shed takes more damage than the defenders. Wave 3, Napoleon's Grand Army, the largest force yet. 35,000 infantry, 6,000 cavalry, 140 cannons. But Napoleon doesn't rush blindly. He spreads his formations outward, sending cavalry in a massive arc. Not enough to surround the base, but enough to complicate supply routes and force the defenders to use resources carefully. Artillery crews roll 6 and 12-pound cannons to about a kilometer out. Most of their shots bounce harmlessly, but one lucky round skips and knocks over a guard tower. The response comes fast. 3 Apaches launch, lock onto artillery positions, and unleash. Hellfire missiles, Hydra rockets, cannon clusters explode, wagons burn, horses panic. Dozens of guns fall silent in one devastating attack run. That night, French sappers advance in zigzag trenches. Some get within 400 meters. Smoke grenades bloom across the battlefield. Under that cover, a sapper team crawls close enough to plant charges and blow a section of fencing. For half a minute, there's an actual opening. Defenders patch it quickly, and drones track every French movement. Mortars land accurately in trenches. Machine guns shred every infantry push. Even Napoleon's best strategic tricks fall apart under 60 drones. The siege dissolves in mud and smoke. Wave 4, World War II Germany. This assault starts differently. First, gliders. DFS 230 transport gliders attempt to land near the field at night. Radar and thermal optics spot them. M240 machine guns rake the landing zone. Some gliders crash, others land cleanly, and their troops sprint into darkness. Then come the bombers. 36 Ju, 87 Stukas, low and fast. Stinger teams and Avenger missile trucks fire. Most Stukas go down. A few punch through and drop bombs. One ignites a fuel bladder, another damages parked vehicles. But key assets, command, drone control, Apache helicopters, remain untouched. Next comes German artillery. Without GPS, their rockets scatter randomly. HIMARS responds with 6 precise, guided rockets, wiping out German batteries instantly. Then, the tanks emerge through morning fog, Panthers and Tigers. They try to use low visibility to sneak closer. Apaches see everything from above. Hellfires strike the lead armor. Ground troops with javelins finish off the rest. Infantry charges through fog. MG-42s, flamethrowers, grenadiers, but thermal vision ignores darkness completely. Machine guns and airburst grenades in the push. Over 120 tanks and 8,000 troops launch the assault. Fewer than 300 reach the perimeter. Nothing they try sticks. Wave 5, the modern combined force. This is no nation. No flag. Just a blended strike team using the most advanced tech Earth can produce. Stealth bombers, hypersonic missiles, loitering munitions, modern tanks, elite special forces, electronic warfare units. Could they wipe Fort Campbell off the map in minutes? Yes, but here, the base actually gets a fighting chance. The attack begins quietly. A malware packet enters through a spoofed Wi-Fi login. Cameras flicker. Internal systems lag. Nobody notices. Then GPS dies. An EA-18G Growler floods the region with electronic jamming. That's when the hammer drops. 24 DF, 17 hypersonic missiles streak downward at Mach 5. No system can intercept them, but early detection allows the base to brace and minimize casualties. Next, B-2 stealth bombers, still far away, launched JSSMER cruise missiles. They fly low, hugging terrain. Fuel tanks erupt. Ammo depots vanish. Runways crater. 2 CRAMS fire non-stop, shredding dozens of incoming threats before overheating. Then the swarm arrives. 1,000 Lancet loitering drones. Flak guns and autocannons destroy many. 60 fall in minutes. But the rest crash into sensor masts, towers, and bunkers. Blackhawks carrying special forces sweep in next. Teams land around the perimeter, using drones and suppressed rifles to clear out communications posts and guard towers. Then the armored column rolls in. 90 tanks, a mix of Leopard 2 A7S and M1A2 SEP V3S, advance under drone cover. HIMARS manages to destroy 4. Kamikaze drones destroy the HIMARS in return. Inside the base, a small U.S. team sets an ambush, javelins, grenade launchers, a Humvee-mounted .50 cal. They destroy 2 vehicles before being pinned down. Only 1 soldier escapes. The final Apache helicopter lifts off. 2 get shot down by Iris-T missiles. The last one fires a rocket volley into a fuel column, igniting a massive explosion, then retreats. The defenders fight hard. They take out drones, tanks, and multiple assault teams. But against this type of combined, high-tech force, Fort Campbell finally falls. Final question, do you think one of the earlier armies could have performed better than this? And if you want another scenario, what happens if a Roman legion tries storming a World War II bunker? Thanks for watching.